Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are speaking about using empathy as a tool in leading your teams. Using empathy as a tool in leading your teams as a young man. You are leading your teams as a young man, as a manager, maybe as a supervisor. You're having a team. And as I said, you might be a captain of a team. You might be a student leader. You might be somebody who's leading a team of people around you. But you're going to need to use empathy as a tool actually to lead the people. And that becomes very important because empathy is a tool that is able to touch the emotions of the people and is able to actually deal with the people at the emotional level. And there's no other tool that you can use that will actually comfort the people at the emotional level. And people's emotions are very important to them. And you cannot be naive and undermine the feelings that people have and the notion that their emotions are very, very important. So you cannot actually throw down and onto the drain the emotions of people. You cannot judge people's emotions and think that, no, you should be feeling this way. Why are you feeling this way? Because their emotions are genuine to them. So therefore, empathy then becomes a tool that you can use in leading the teams in that regard. But I want to emphasize that there's this tool called asking questions in empathy, because that's very important. When you are dealing with teams, you are dealing with people that are having concerns or having problems, that are going through difficult times, and they're coming to you as a leader. It is very, very important that if you're going to give them attention, you are going to need to ask questions. And this skill of asking questions is very key. And many people have got no skill to ask questions. When you ask questions, you must ask what we call high quality questions that will give your team members a chance to express their thoughts and their feelings. This is very, very important because when you ask people questions with serious attention and interest, people will be able to open up. People will be able to say deeply their opinions. They'll be able to say exactly how they feel with the freedom of knowing that you are ready to listen to them. Remember that asking questions is actually setting up a stage of platform for people to talk. You're actually allowing people to open up. You're actually allowing people to say, here I am. I want to listen when you ask questions. And sometimes people speak to you, then you just ignore. And when you don't ask questions, people think that you're not interested. But your team members, if they come to you and you ask questions, you are actually allowing them to say what they feel, to talk completely what they feel. And I want to emphasize that asking questions is a skill, as I said, that you need to ask questions that are not closed questions. What is closed questions? Closed questions are those that require only yes or no answer. And that's closed questions. Now, as a young man, make sure that you open up your questioning and make sure that the questions that you ask, they are open enough to allow them to talk. But we have said in the past as well, in the previous lesson, that when you're asking questions, don't interrupt them when you are going to allow them to talk. You're not interrupting them when they are opening up, because the main aim for the question is for them to open up and be able to say what is in their hearts. Because without people being able to say what is in their hearts, they're not going to be able to see that you're empathetic to them. And therefore, empathy is not going to be a powerful tool, therefore, to be able to set things or the scene up whereby you will be able to see the breakthrough in what you are discussing with the person. Now, when somebody comes and you ask them a question, skillfully so, with open-ended questions, allowing them to say deeply. So please be patient to listen to them, because some may talk shortly and briefly, and some may actually talk even a long, long time trying to explain how they feel. But give them time. Be patient and to listen while they are actually outlining their feelings. But I want to also say this, that there are times when a certain question that people answer, they may answer it briefly, And they're waiting for you to nod and acknowledge that you're listening to them, for them to continue, because there's nobody want to continue sharing their stories without being able to know that you're attentive to them. This is very important. Now, as a young man, as a leader, as somebody who's concerned, you're using empathy as a tool. You must ask questions. You must ask open-ended questions, and to make sure that they are able to answer those questions with freedom as well, with ability to know that this is a genuine person that's listening to me. Please build confidence of your people that whatever answer that they give, it is actually falling on good ears. And I want to emphasize also that when you assure people that you're confidential and you are able to keep things confidential, you're going to assure them. They are going to be able to open up, knowing that you will keep their matters confidential. It is actually rude as a leader if you are not keeping people's news confidential. If people are expatiating, opening up, speaking up of what they're going through, and you're not assuring them of confidentiality, and what is being shared right here is being heard somewhere else, that is rude, and that doesn't make you that doesn't augur well for your image as a leader, as a young man. So please rise up to the level where you know what is confidential and keep it that way. As you ask questions and people know that you are a person of integrity and character, they know that you are asking questions that are genuine, questions that you are asking in order to help, not in order to tarnish their names. They know that you will keep confidentiality of what they say. So therefore, the questions will probe actually for them to speak even more and expatiate even more deeper. And that will help them to be relieved when they've shared what they are talking about. Now, this is very important. Empathy, therefore, comes up with asking questions. It comes up with acknowledging when people are responding that you are listening, and also keep the eye contact with them. Make sure that you nod where you're supposed to nod. Gesture where you need to gesture. Make sure that you make them aware that you are listening with attention that they need so that they can share that. But ask questions and make sure that those are probing questions and follow-up questions as well that may be necessary in other incidences. So please do that. I want to end up here today. Your host, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and be part of this great topic. I will continue with part 4 tomorrow, and I hope you'll join us and be part of part 4. And as a young man, you are learning quite a bit as using empathy as a tool in leading your team. And I hope you will lead your team well as you use empathy. I want you to also be aware of our Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum, our Facebook page, Micornus Phokane. Make sure that you align yourself with those, like those pages, and also click notification buttons so that you may be notified when we have posted materials. And also remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure that you dig into other materials that we have posted there in the past that may help you as a young man. And so please be ready to learn out of those as a young man. May the good Lord bless you. Your host, Micornus Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. Allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.